this is the cost of outsourcing your
Hey, there are 25 countries, including these United States, considering arming Libya so it can help fight terrorist groups. And the United Nations thinking about dropping a weapons embargo there. Are we confident the guns we give to Libya won't wind up turned on us? Here to weigh in, it's Bryan Suits, Iraq combat veteran and KFI AM 640 radio host. Welcome back, Suitsy. Love the beard.
Hey, what's the haps?
Well, you get stopped at the airport now more than ever, don't you, with that badger on your face?
Absolutely. I asked for it, yeah.
All right, so tell me about arming this unity government. Sounds like a bad idea.
Well, first of all, any government that has to call itself the government of national accord, you know, is already got some birth defects. And this is the cost, ultimately, this is the cost of outsourcing your dictator toppling. You know, the United States has been, whatever, 9-0 in dictator toppling for the last 70 years. We're pretty good at it. But this last one, we decided to go to the locker room.
Yeah.
And after the dictator was toppled in the third quarter, we said, all right, you guys just run it in for the big win. We walked away from something that we did. And then now we're shocked that disarray follows a Arab dictator being toppled. So now, and there's not like there's a lack of arms, but the idea here is for all these disparate interests to come together with American arms and dispose of ISIS.
But how could that, I mean, I see how it could go wrong. I don't see how it could go well.
If you're unwilling to put American boots on the ground, which is the entire reason in 2016 that we're dealing with something that should have been resolved in 2011, if you're absolutely so casualty averse that you won't even put a single Special Forces A-team on the ground to do what they do, which is to be the head of the mob and teach these guys how to break things and blow junk up and then start a democracy, if you're unwilling to even write those letters home, then you shouldn't be president. This is the cost of doing foreign policy. Even though you're the smartest guys in the room and you want to lead from behind and the whole thing, occasionally American leadership requires Americans on the ground. And this is why guys like me volunteer, because we know that if you don't do it now, we're going to be sending our kids in 20 years.
Well, Hillary Clinton, this has been, the Libyan debacle has been dubbed her war. Has she had a hand in this, and what could she possibly do to make it right if she's elected president in November?
They began with the premise that no Americans will be on the ground. The Pentagon should have said, sorry, but you can't go to war with your hands handcuffed. You need to have all options.
Is that her fault? Does she have a part in that decision?
Horrible decision. And if Trump is smart, I mean, if he really is, besides the tiny hands, he will hit her on that. Not about the Benghazi, 9/11, 2012 thing, but just the overall policy. If this is how you do foreign policy, I guess we're going to be cleaning up messes at the end of the first Hillary Clinton term. If he's smart, if you think Americans care about this, then you hit her on this, not about Benghazi, but about the overall.
No, I think you're absolutely right. I think you could draw a much more cohesive global map of how she's failed, starting with Libya and toppling and killing Gaddafi, and then you move on to the email scandal and the fact that she's going to biff in the economy as well.
Yeah, absolutely. If you are actually shocked that chaos results in the toppling of an Arab dictator, then you're probably shocked at Justin Bieber's next antic or Kanye's next antic.
Oh.
Sorry, it's entirely predictable. The transition from dictatorship to flowering democracy usually requires decades of gnashing of teeth and murder. Unless America, because, by the way, Germany and Japan turned out pretty darn good after we toppled the dictators. But look what we did. We're still in Germany, and we're still in Japan. It's 70 years.
Still expensive. All right. Suits, thank you very much. Come back anytime. Come see us in New York. What are you doing over there? It's not warm.
I might. I love the city so nice. I named it twice. I love it.
That's right. All right, Suits. See you soon. Thanks again.
Coming
up, what terrors and joy are lurking in my bag of mail? I'll dig in and find something from